me for somebody else. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first and unofficial episode of Faith Unfiltered. My name is TotallyZoey, and this is the podcast/show where I will be discussing all sorts of topics from a Christian point of view. In this video, I will briefly be explaining how this show will work, as well as lay out the foundations for my beliefs. So, without further ado, let's begin. I would first like to get it out in the open that the goal of this series is to essentially challenge myself to be more bold in my faith and worry less about what others think. Though I have managed to speak out about a couple of things, it's usually not easy to do so, and I've often feared being judged. Partly because assumptions have been made about me in the past and I have been bashed for my beliefs, and something I've always worried about is losing my friends over political stances, even if they have respected my controversial opinions. I know that ultimately, as Christians, we should strive only to please God and not man, but it is far easier said than done. But it's partly why I decided to start this podcast. The other side of it is the fact that too many lukewarm and self-proclaiming Christians nowadays are leading people astray and or are too lax about things that should be taken more seriously. I've noticed there is a lot of hypocrisy and sugarcoating within progressive Christianity, and it really irks me a lot. And so my goal with this show is to essentially do the opposite, spread the gospel and the truth completely unsugarcoated, hence the name Faith Unfiltered. That of course does not mean I will be cocky about stuff in any way. I still intend to be kind and respectful, but I aim to be more bold and assertive in the way that I commentate. Now, with all that in mind, I will be sharing with you some of my beliefs and stances, and the reason I'm doing this now is to pretty much give you guys an out if you want to leave my channel for being too hateful or controversial or crazy or anything like that, and I just want to put all my beliefs out there now because I would much rather lose supporters and followers now rather than being tolerated until a certain point later on in the series. So this is kind of your opportunity to kind of examine all my beliefs, and if you think you can't handle me then you're welcome to leave my channel. I just do ask that you are respectful if you're going to leave a comment about any of my beliefs, as any hate comments are going to be either blocked or deleted. Yeah. And you should know I'm not going to be elaborating on everything straight away. I'm just going to kind of get to the key essentials. And so I would like to properly discuss all these more in depth in future episodes. But for now, I'm just laying out the foundations. And yeah, so if you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments, or I will have a link to a document in the description where you can anonymously submit questions or topics or anything like that, so there's that option as well. But yeah, here we go. So viewpoint number 1, Christianity is the only true faith/religion. I prefer to say faith because I see religion as more a man-made thing, whereas to be Christian means to have and build a relationship with Christ. But of course, if you want to make it simple, you can call it a religion. I do think you need to have a balance between both, but the main point I'm trying to make is that I believe salvation only comes through Jesus Christ. Viewpoint number 2 is I am a non-affirming Christian, which means I believe that being LGBTQ is a sin. I believe the Bible says homosexuality is sinful. I will say, if you have feelings or attractions, that is not inherently sinful. It's just a temptation, but it's more the act of doing anything outside of the marriage between a man and a woman. So even if you are straight and but you're not married and you're doing stuff, that is a sin as well. So that's kind of just like my standpoint, I guess. Yeah. Now, viewpoint number 3, Halloween is demonic. I know this might stir up some stuff in my Christian girlies who do celebrate, but I'm not here to judge or condemn you if you do. I have my reasons for why I believe, and I would like to elaborate on this if I have the time. But yeah, this is not the video for it. Then adding on with viewpoint number 4, I absolutely believe that demons and witchcraft and all that kind of stuff is real. Now, if you asked me a few years ago if I believed in magic, I would have said no. But I've learnt a lot since then. I've seen testimonies from ex-witches, and I've also indirectly experienced the realness of it secondhand. Yeah, so it's a real thing, really not something to be played with, but it's in a lot of media, and it's just something I would like to talk about. And the last viewpoint that I have is abortion is murder. This is something I've definitely never talked about on my channel before, but it is something I would like to briefly discuss at some points. I know there are certain arguments that can be made about situations, but I will say that a lot of it is arguing for the less than 1%, and not enough people are talking about the majority. And, well, yeah. Again, I'm not going to explain more on this video as it's not really the time or place, but I would like to kind of explore it a little bit in the future. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me. And yeah, so I'm kind of just going to finalize this like little introductory episode here, but I will just quickly say that the timing and the schedule for these like videos, it's going to like vary a lot. So I don't know when the next episode will be out. I don't know like the approximate time frame between each of these videos. It essentially all comes down to my time and energy and the opportunity to film. My schedule is very kind of busy a lot now towards the end of the year, and I'm also like getting on with life. I've got work. All this kind of different things play into the factors. So yeah, I don't know when the next video will be out, and I just want to like make it aware that this is not going to be like a super consistent thing. It's just whenever I can make a video, I will make a video. And yeah, and the length of these discussions could be very well from a few minutes to 10 minutes or 15, depending on the topic and whatever information I have to say. I also am probably not going to be like scripting all the episodes. Some of it will just be some very basic stuff, and then the rest is going to be more like a yap session, just because I'm not going to like pressure myself into trying to make super professional videos. It's just to kind of make it more casual conversation type stuff. So yeah, I think that's kind of all you need to know about the series. I appreciate it if you've made it to the end and if you're still going to be sticking around. I don't know if I'll lose subscribers for this. I might not lose any. I might lose 1. I might lose 5. Yeah, but I'm not really worried at this point. I kind of genuinely don't care if people don't like me anymore. And that's the purpose. This channel, I'm not sugarcoating stuff. I am going to just state the facts of the Bible. Just state the facts of the truth. I'm not going to I'm not going to take nonsense, basically, from just people who don't, that I don't need to worry about. Yeah. So, I'm going to end it there. Just going to finalize. Yeah, thank you so much if you have watched to the end, and I thank you for supporting me in this journey, even when I was, taking a long break from YouTube. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I just genuinely want the best. Again, if you have any questions or concerns or topics you would like me to explore and maybe answer in a video, please do check out the description. I will have a link where you can anonymously put stuff in there. You could sign it if you want me to know who you are. I won't share it on my channel unless you would like me to do that. But yeah, so that concludes the first / unofficial episode of Faith Unfiltered, and I will see you guys another time. God bless, guys.